Hi, it's David here, CEO and founder of the Freedom Founders Mastermind community. One of the things that I've often told my members of Freedom Founders is that I've made the most net worth, the most equity, the most additional wealth in my life in market downturns. Yeah, I was a dentist for many years, and that's an active income production mechanism. I loved it. It was great. It gave me the ability to acquire real estate outside of my practice and build that up and have passive income. That's transactional income. That's making money. And we all have to make money. That's where we start in life. But to really build real wealth, you have to invest in assets. Now, yes, your business and your practice, that is an asset. It is an asset. It's an asset that most people work in. It's the job that you do, and there's nothing wrong with that. But how can you transfer your money-making activities to investing in more assets? Some people like to build more businesses, more practices, acquire more. That's one way to do it. If that works for you, more power to you. I think the easiest way is to collaborate with other people, and I like to do it in real estate. Real estate is hands down, my opinion, hands down, much easier, less moving parts, much less regulation than you have in most business sectors, especially in the healthcare, especially in dentistry. So much regulation, so many issues with staffing, employment, labor issues today, right? With real estate, we just don't have that. Yes, there are ups and downs with real estate. I'm not saying the grass is greener. What I'm telling you, though, is that investing in tangible assets, having access to those assets, understanding how to hedge the markets. And that's a big thing today that people don't understand, is that we've gone through a 40-year down cycle from 20% interest rates in 1980 all the way down to virtually zero here today. The only way they're going to go is up. Now, I'm not saying they're going back up to 20%, but they're going to go up. As interest rates go up and we have inflation gathering steam, everything's going to change in the investing model. Tangible assets, I can learn how to ride the markets. I can make money when the markets are going up. I can make money when the markets are stagnant, which I think we're going to have an economic stagnation here in the next years going forward while we still have high inflation. It's what's called stagflation. I can hedge against downturns with the models we use. It's geographic and asset arbitrage. But you can't do that sitting on the sidelines, and you can't do that in the stock market. No way. You've got to have a network. You've got to have a community. You've got to have some educational aspects to understand how you can allocate your money to make your money work for you. If you just put it on Wall Street, if you just put it in a 401k, you're not doing your job. And I know that's what people tell you. That's what you got to do because it's too complex. The world's too complicated. You can't do this. I'm telling you, folks, you can, but you've got to decide you're going to do it. The next decades ahead are going to be far different than where we came from. And if you don't have your head up and looking and understanding where the access points are, how you can hedge the markets the way that we do in Freedom Founders, you're going to have a long, hard pull to get to where you want to go. In fact, many of you won't get to where you want to go. You're going to live a life full of uncertainty, a life full of frustration, a life full of, why did this happen to me? Because you know you worked hard. You worked hard, you did what you were supposed to do, but the markets didn't serve you the way they told you they would. It's just the way it's going to be. So understand that. Understand you've got to be intentional about your future and your advocacy for your financial freedom. We do that in Freedom Founders. If you'd like to check us out, you can always do that, freedomfounders.com, or just click the link in the email thread below. Talk to you soon.